Y'all still tuned in there? Yes, sir. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man, and you are tuned in to Dirt Gang TV. And today, man, battle rap recap, we got a good one. Big Tan Rants. Big T versus Rum Nitty. And I know what y'all thinking. Big T, he must have got killed. Been on the Jack Boy main list and all that good stuff. He must have got killed. But in this instance, man, it's not what y'all thinking. These old heads are coming back with a vengeance. Big Terrence, you back, baby? Mr. Chalaka, boom, you back? Oh, man, we gonna get into this one, man. And y'all know what Rum Nitty doing in them streets already, man. So y'all better stay tuned in. Y'all ready? Y'all sure y'all tuned in there? Let's go, man. Get up off that couch, man. You can't get this money if you in there asleep on the couch. Let's go, man. Y'all ready? We rolling, man. Dirt Gang. Yikes. Side block, nigga. It's Curry Low, nigga.
You are now tuned into Bossman Tough Beats.
Y'all niggas already know what it is, man. Shout out from all the 30s, man. Always. I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. Show some respect. If not, cuz, put it in check. I'm up next. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man. You are tuned into the one, the only, Dirt Gang TV. And Smack is dropping battles on this URL app like it's no tomorrow. Yo, listen. And they just did the deal with Caffeine and Drake. So, watch Battle Live, gone. What? Free battles? Free pay-per-views? So what this means is they're going to be having a lot more venues. They're going to be having bigger venues. All those small rooms about to be out the window. They giving you these pay-per-views for free? They definitely about to start having 2,000, 3,000 people. They got to make their money somehow, some way. And the fact that they got Drake in tune with this, very big for the culture right now, man. Very big for the culture. But another thing that's big for the culture is Big Tan Rants. Big T has been like one of the most unorthodox, battle rappers that's out there. I mean, his gun noises, his gun sounds, he's very big, but he moves. I mean, like, this guy's just something different. So, back in the day, he used to be a killer. Not back in the day, but a couple of years ago, he used to be a killer. One of the ones you kind of didn't want to stand in front of. But lately, he just been slipping, man. He been falling off, man, stumbling and bumbling. But in the end of last year and this year, he's been jumping back on track, man. So let's get right into it, man. This is a 3-round battle. And Rum Nitty ends up going first. And one thing y'all know about Rum Nitty is he always he's like the punchline. He calls himself the gun bar. I mean, like, between gun bars, he's definitely hands down the best puncher in the game right now. But one of the things I like to talk about that a lot of other bloggers don't talk about, and Smack and them used to do this back in the day on their channel, is talk about the attributes that each battle rapper is bringing. I used to love that, and I hate that they took that away. So Rum Nitty, punchlines, schemes. Now he has performance. He never had performance before. Now Rum Nitty has added a performance to his resume, which was already pretty decent resume. But in this battle, Rum Nitty is gonna have a lot of name flips. A lot of name flips. He's starting to do that a lot now. He's been doing it before, but this last half a year and the beginning of this year, he's been flipping names like, I'm talking about, like, yo, if you got a crazy name or something most notable, don't battle Rum Nitty, because he will literally have a whole round of just name flips. And it'll be name flips that nobody never heard of before. It's crazy. Big T. Big T. A lot of people know Big T for having jokes, for having schemes. Big T schemes a lot. He schemes a lot. But in this battle, I'm sorry, but he has a lot of gun sounds and punchlines. He's a punchline rapper. A lot of people don't even realize that about Big T. Big T has a lot of schemes, a lot of punchlines. He's funny. He adds the jokes in there, but on this one, he does a lot of name flips. He has a lot of movie bars, and he switched up his flow. He switched up his flow a lot in this one. So Big T definitely did good in this one, man. So, and I'm not even gonna lie. He sounded like the old Big T in this one. He sounded like the old Big T, man. But we gonna get into it, man. So, Rum Nitty comes out the gate, and Rum Nitty is always gonna be Rum Nitty. Comes out the gate with a punch. But in this one, in this first round, it just seemed like he was lacking something. It's almost like he wasn't caring about the battle. So even though it wasn't like it was his penmanship, it wasn't like he was lacking balls, he wasn't putting that extra effort into it that he normally put in there. It was a lot of laughing and joking on the side. A little bit of distractions, but he's Rum Nitty. He can beat a lot of people with mediocre balls. He can beat people with his only problem was just his performance, which he's improved at, and then his short rounds. So he's been trying to improve that too. Don't have a short round, it's probably not going to be debatable. He said that in one of his battles already. So, but it really didn't seem like he didn't care. So he comes out in the first round and he's having a decent first round. His balls is hitting, but he's not putting the extra oomph into it, the effort into it. And then I'm like, Nitty, don't do it. You know the app got the little bars on the bottom for the amount of time that they rap. And I'm like, come on, Nitty. First round, the short round. I'm like, this guy don't care. This guy just came and took the bag. So that being said, Rum Nitty first round, for him, it was very mediocre. Very mediocre first round. There's no other way to sugarcoat it, no other way to put it. Very mediocre first round. I was like, you know, but it's Rum Nitty. His mediocre first rounds be sounding better than a lot of y'all first round. But anyway, man, it's crazy. So now, one thing about Big T that's most notable, but it's not going to be working in the future. Big T is terrible on big stages. Terrible. Small rooms, though, he kills small rooms. Small rooms, he bodies small rooms. He does very well in small rooms, whether it's people in their gas or not. A lot of his bars go over people's heads. So when he's rapping, if you're a battle rapper, you're more likely to catch it faster than the average person will catch it. So on a big stage, if he's having like what I call a complicated scheme, setup, punchline, and a lot of people don't catch it on a big stage, it's gonna seem like it totally missed. Small room though, they hit. Big T first round starts off slow. I'm like, oh, here we go, Big T. Don't do what you've been doing in the past. Don't do it. You gonna Jack Boy Mainless. Don't do it to yourself. One thing about him, he raps, his rounds be kind of short. He raps very slow, so that's why it seemed like his rounds just be taking forever. But if you do the actual bar breakdowns, rounds are short. But in this instance, first round started out slow and then started heating up towards the end. And he actually had a long first round. And on top of that, this guy is rapping faster. I'm like, yes. Him and Chilla Jones, a lot of times in the past, they bars and their stuff was getting overlooked because they rap so slow. Slow rap work sometimes, but you got to switch that flow up. You can't rap slow to where it's boring the whole time, because even if it's a good punchline, it's just going to sound boring to the people. We talking about non-battle rappers. People who just like the sport. So, and one thing Big T did in this first round too, I like what he did. He switched up his flow. He switched up his flow. So he was rapping faster. He switched up his flow. And it was a longer round. So hands down, I got to give Big T that first round, which nobody thought he was going to even get around. And I admit, I was one of the ones. I didn't think he was going to get around. He got that first though, man. Come on, Rum Nitty. What we doing here, Rum? You get Big T around? Come on, son. I know this is probably just for the bag, but come on, son. It's crazy. So even though Big T had a long first round, little gas in there, a little bit of gas, a little gas. I still give Big T the first round. Even though Rum Nitty had a very mediocre first. It was all right. It was just mediocre for him. So now we get into the second round. Rum Nitty comes out. So now Rum Nitty, you could tell he puts a little bit more oomph into his bars. Not that he changed anything around. It was just his performance. The way he was ending off his punchlines. The way he was scheming. You remember your mom back in the day used to always tell you, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Same thing with battle rap. It applies. It's not what you say all the time, it's how you say it. So in this instant second round, Rum Nitty comes out and he is just punching. He punching Big T. Hit a he is just punching this man head off. He must have known, like, it's no way I could sit here and lose a battle to Big T. So second round, he picks it up. Super picks it up. His performance, he's moving. He's, everybody's twerking. You know what I'm saying? That's the new twerking. He's moving. See what I'm saying? And then the best part about it was his second round was a longer than usual second round, which he needed that. You said it yourself. People only having debatables with you because your round is short. Increase that round, you good. So that's what he did. He increased that round. And the second round, way longer, way better performance. The bars was hitting better. Y'all know how Rum Nitty doing that second round. Rum Nitty, second round killer. Y'all know how he do so. In this instance, he had a great second round. It's not one of them second rounds that can't be beat, but it was a great second round, man. So now we on Mr. Chalaka Boom on the second round. So Big T comes out in the second round, and he must have seen this because one thing I like about Big T, he's big, but he moves around a lot. So he's a great performer. And that's what he did. Come out the gate with the jokes. He got a lot of jokes. Him and Pat Stay, two of the funniest people out there right now. Charlie Clips, some of the funniest people out there right now. Those are the people you don't want to battle if you got some controversy going on in your life in battle rap or something like that, because they'll expose it. He had a lot of schemes in the second round. They was good schemes too. I'm like, oh, you've been taking a little page out of Chilla Jones' book? It was a lot of good schemes too. A lot of good schemes. He had a lot of movie flips. Big T, we know you like to just sit there and snack and watch movies all day. You had a lot of movie flips, my good man. Not even all old movies too. It's like a mixture of old movies, new movies. The movie flips be all good, but sometimes y'all be taking it back. Like movies that only people over 30 years old done seen before. You got to cater to these young, you know what I'm saying? They don't go back and watch them old VHS tapes. Well, anyway, and not for nothing, his big ass was moving again. Like he know he be up there sweating. And he still be moving. His performance with his schemes and his jokes made this second round, even though Rum Nitty had a great second round, this second round is very debatable. Because when you go last, that gives you a slight advantage. When you go last and then somebody has a great round, but then your round matched them, makes it a very debatable. Even if your bars wasn't up to par, if it just comes a little bit close, it matches it. Why? Because you were last. So in this instance, Big T going last made this second round very debatable. Very debatable second round. So with that being said, right now I got Big T clearly winning the first round. I got the second round being very debatable. Rum Nitty is not looking good for you, my guy. But let's not be fooled. We know who this is. This is Rum Nitty we talking about. So, boom. Rum Nitty in the third. He must have felt like, okay, even if I got the second, I know Big T got the first. I got to do something a little bit extra to make sure that this A is not a debatable battle, which is probably going to end up being, and B, I got to make sure that I'm not just a clear loser to Big T, Big Terrence. Nah, you can't do that. So Rum Nitty, once again, comes out swinging, punching Big T head. He just jabbing him. But now it's like the name flips are starting to come out. Now he's hitting haymakers. Doop. You know what I'm saying? He starts out slow. Starts off, but then towards the middle of the round, this guy just started picking it up. His crowd cadence, he's moving around. He walking around Big T, and that's a big island to walk around. He's walking around this man. He's talking to the crowd. He's talking to Big T, gun all in his face and all. Yo. So, even though he had crowd cadence, he had, he picked it up a lot. The performance in the third was great. A lot of name flips. Wasn't too much scheming. It was punches is always going to be there. His time on there, it wasn't short. It wasn't long. It was right, but it could have been longer. For the third round, when you having like a debatable with Big T, you got to extend that. You got to extend that because sometimes you can have a good third round, great balls, but the rounds just be short. Then somebody else will have mediocre stuff, but they round to be longer and they'll pick it up. So remember, that's the last thing you hear, and the person go last has that advantage. So Rum Nitty, when you going first, you got to do a little bit extra to extend that third round. Overall, though, great third round. Definitely going to make this hard for Big T to come and try to just like steal his battle. So now if I'm Big T, I'm thinking in my head right now, right? Worst case scenario right now, it's 1 round apiece. Best case scenario, I'm up 2-0 to the fans. So now in the third round, you should be ready to close this casket. Don't even give it a chance to where somebody talking about, oh, Big T lost. You need to be closing this casket on Rum Nitty because there's not a lot of people he leaves the opportunity to do that with. But with you, he left that opportunity open. So Big T comes out and he has a lot of name flips. He has schemes in there. But he gets tired. I ain't gonna lie. Remember I told you, first two, he was moving. He was moving and grooving. But as any big guy do, you get tired after a while. So he got tired. And then towards the, his balls just wasn't hitting as hard. He wasn't moving around as much as he was the first 2 rounds. So what happened was he lost the crowd. Third round came and he lost the crowd. He just literally completely lost the crowd. And when I say he lost the crowd, like most other people do, you lose the crowd, Jersey. So his third round, he had flips. He had schemes. It just wasn't like his first 2 rounds. And it was a very short round. So with that being said, I got Rum Nitty clearly winning this third round. So let's do a little Let's do a little recap. So I got Big T winning the first round. Clearly. Rum had a good first round. It was short. He didn't seem like he was putting the extra effort into the first round. So I clearly gave Big T the first round. Third round, clearly gave it to Rum Nitty. Big T got tired, lost the crowd, short round, Jersey up out of there early. It is what it is. The second round, though, that's the one that's going to be debated. The second round is going to super be debated. But if it was me, right off bat, and I had to give somebody the second round, I would give the second round to Rum Nitty. Gun to my head, I got to get a second round to Rum Nitty. But it's a very debatable second round. If people say Big T won the first 2 rounds, I won't dispute that. If they say Rum Nitty won the last 2 rounds. I won't dispute that either. It's just clearly you can't say you give Rum Nitty the first round. You can't say you give Big T the third round. It's literally going to be a preference from the second round. That's it, man. It's just my opinion, man. And I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from my Harlem set. Show some respect. If not, cuz, put it in check. I'm up next. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man. You've been tuned into the one, the only Dirt Gang TV. And if you like the channel, man, you like the content, man, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. And if you, listen, if you haven't been here before, do all that to hit the subscribe channel, man. We got a lot of content on here. Battle rap content, Strand of the Day, Crips and Bloods in New York, the Harlem Smiley story. We do everything on here, man. This channel is not one-dimensional. So if you like all that content, man, subscribe to the channel, man. You know what it is. Then hit the like button, man. It's a thumb. Turn it from white to blue. And if not one, put up 2, man. Dirt Gang. We rolling, man. 9th Street.